Good Lakers Homestead. Welcome back. Did some trail work today. I'm gonna show you in a bit. And I finished the woodshed yesterday. Well, finished the roof on it and hung a curtain in front of it to keep the blown snow out of it, most of it. But the trail here seems to be holding up pretty decent. Needs a little bit more fill to fill in some of these holes and uneven spots, but yeah, this log turned. It seems to hold out pretty good, except, yeah, not enough dirt. And I need a little bit more dirt up here, but so far so good. It's not going anywhere. As long as people stay out of the ruts, we're okay. It's when everybody drives in the rut when it gets worse and worse. I gotta get that through the head of my neighbor. I think, I'm not sure, but I think he may be one of these people that drives in the ruts. And as you can see, the rest of the trail, where I did some work today, the ruts were so freaking deep, I damn near laid the quad over on its side. It probably would have fell over if it wasn't up against the bank of the rut. It could only go so far. I mean, the rut was probably 1.5 feet, 2 feet deep on the one side. Just no maintenance. Nobody does maintenance but me. But I got to it. Got that done today. He was going to help me out today or yesterday. But he ended up in the hospital, I guess. And he's not in good shape right now. His back is all buggered up. And I know all about back problems. I told him, take it easy, but don't stop moving. You stop moving, it's going to get worse. Just keep doing stuff slowly. Take a break when you need. And keep working, because you lay down or sit down and not do anything at all for a day or two, you will seize up for good. Been there, done that. Found out to keep working, works through it, power through it, and eventually you'll get better. I mean, there's other issues with me that got me to the point where I was, but issues that are gone now. But yeah, this is the dugout trail where I started the last year by hand, and then finally got the Mini X and finished it up. Still pretty steep, but it's passable. The problem is we're getting near private property on this side. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go straight up here to the left of that tree over here, go straight up through here and make the trail straight that way over to the other trail, just to stay away from the private property line. Plus I can use this sand, but this sand is so hard that I can hardly scrape it with the shovel. I can barely get a pick into it. I can't scrape it with a shovel, but if I let it sit for a few days, I can come by and scrape off a couple of inches because it'll loosen up, and then do it again next time. So, but I got a foot off of here today, so, and all that dirt got filled in down here on this trail where the 1.5 foot deep mud hole was. We're definitely not finished. We got to get more on top, but I'm done for today. It's getting cold. It's getting dark. it's got to firm up underneath. It's still soft underneath. But once that firms up, I think we should be good here. And then I found some more gravel sand in here, in this side, so I started digging in here because I need a lot more sand and gravel without going too far, because I got this filled in, got a little drain line laid in there. This is where the trail used to go. It's a fucking mud hole that if you're pulling a trailer, you get stuck 3-4 times from here to where the dog is, and then 2 more times up to the hill. So we bypassed that, went through here, but it turns into a mud hole too. So same thing. I started at some point here, put some underlay down, put some logs underneath it, put some sand on it, but it, same thing, no upkeep, no maintenance. And then of course it got real wet and soggy here. These logs are floating and they're too short. Good intentions, John, good intentions, but you didn't do a good job because they're too short. You get hung up on them. I got hung up on them the other day. So we got to get longer logs in here, and then some fill, sand, gravel, dirt, underlayment on top of it, and more dirt on top, sand, gravel on top, to get across this wet spot over onto these branches. That's just a brush that got cut down. Same thing, throw a little bit of dirt on there, basically throw the underlay on it, and then fill it up with sand, gravel, put a foot deep layer on it, and we should be good to go. If we put a foot on here, it'll get rid of the worst part of the hill here, because it is steep enough to spin out on. And of course, same thing, everybody drives in the same fucking rut. Oh, it irks me. You get into that rut. Once you start building a rut, you can't get out of it. And it's just going to make a fucking trail like the rest of the trail. But it is what it is. I got to have a talk with these people coming in and out. If I'm building a trail, that's one thing. If you're using it, use it right, or don't use it. You can freaking walk. But anyways, enough of that rambling. I've had enough. Kira, come on. So yeah, there's a lot of fill that needs to go in here. I would think a couple of feet here. And it's all by hand, so I don't know if we'll get this done yet this fall. I gotta head out to a job tomorrow. Early. I gotta leave here at 6, so job's almost done, so another few days. I would think 3-4 days maybe, and then we're done. Then I'll be up here full time, day and night. Right now it's just full time every night, it seems. I came up Friday night after I was done, and I've been here. It's Sunday night. Been here since Friday. I'll be leaving Monday, first thing tomorrow morning, and I'll be coming back here tomorrow night, I think. I mean, I do have to get another place to go to, but I got no heat on because it's propane and it just eats the propane, so heat's off. Water's gonna get turned off here pretty quick because if I'm not there, water line's just gonna freeze. So might as well disconnect and unhook and be done with that. So, because I plan on being up here all winter, Maybe go down to town once every couple, 3 weeks. Yeah, the trail. This is the trail right now, and it's right along the property line. We're gonna go over here, right where this spruce is laying, and put in the trail through here, through this brush, get this dead spruce out of here, go straight through here over to where that dugout is. And then get this dead spruce out of here to cripple. The trail's gonna wind around this, I guess. And this dead spruce. The trail's gonna come down, I would say, on the backside here. Yep. Come through here. Oh, look, blueberries. Sweet and damn near frozen. Yeah, it's kind of stupid having building a road or a trail when there's a trail right over here. But again, I don't want to encroach on anybody's property. I don't want our property to be encroached on. And this seems to be fairly even. So coming through here with the trail won't be bad. There's a lot of dead spruce down here. Wow. Back to the trail. To the current trail. Yeah. And then, yeah, this is the lady neighbor that owns 3 properties here. That's just her storage shed, I guess. That's all she's using it for. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna be coming this corner here. This corner here, instead of going around the corner, we're gonna go up through here, up through there, and that side of Birch, yeah, right through here. So we're gonna come through here, just to make it a straighter trail, because I hate corners and curves. It's a pain to haul anything with the curves and corners. You know, the trailer on it, you gotta make wide corners. And if I gotta haul like 8-foot plywood on there, it's got 2 feet overhang on the back. If I haul 16-foot 2x6s, well, it's got 6-foot, 8-foot overhang on the back. Just too much. But it is what it is. We'll get to it. A lot of dead spruce around here. Anything that's up in the air, hanging or hung up or still standing or leaning, it's all gonna, well, I'm gonna start taking it out this winter, over the winter. If it's on the ground, I guess I'll leave it behind for John. He's gonna need some next year to build his trail to his property, because he's not gonna want to, or I don't want him to, come up my property, my trail forever. So eventually he'll have to make his own trail on the trail right away, which we're on right now. And then the right of way basically goes in here, probably to the left of that spruce, to the left of this spruce, so just around this birch, and then that spruce behind it, somewhere's in there. And then at some point he's gonna have to cross the creek too, same as I did here. I mean, this is still road right away, but he's basically trespassing if he goes along here, which is where he went in. That was actually on my property. Property lines along the pink flags. Blue flags possibly. There's a blue flag over in the trees there. But yeah. So he was kind of trespassing. He went up through here and it's just too wet and too soggy. You can't really use it. So I told him, don't worry about it. Go around it. Come up my place for now. Temporarily. Get you access to your property. Get you to your property. Get you something built. Get you started. And then come spring, start clearing a roadway in there. And I'll give him a hand. As long as he works like he says he does. When he can, then I'll give him a hand. But it's going to be up to him to build it. Because this is my driveway. This is my hill, my road. I don't want traffic on this road because it's right at the edge of it's on my property. So I don't want anybody coming up here that I don't invite up here. I took enough money and time to dig this road out. And I'm starting to haul some of that dirt away. One little trailer load at a time. As you can tell, that was probably 5 loads right here. That little hole. But, Kira, come. I'm starting to get it out of here, ever so slowly. And then, yeah, like I said, this job should be done before the end of the week, or by Friday at the latest. And then I gotta come up here. Got a little slash pile here. I'm gonna transfer that over to this pile, burn it where it is. It's fairly open. Because I gotta do that probably once this job's done. If there's a wind-free day, maybe with a drizzle, there's another pile here that needs to be burnt. This is where the tent was. This is all rotten wood that I gathered up, here, laying it around here. It's all gotta go. Either that or I drag it down into the swamp back here. But I don't feel like it because I got a bunch of big stuff by the cabin that's gotta go in here. I've started laying some in there. I'm gonna go right by that birch stump, that dead stump, over to where here. I'm gonna go up through here, over to here, and up through there, up on the hill, right along the hillside. There's a borderline, property line, and then further back. So we're going up through there somewhere, and then further back here, I gotta go across the swamp this way to get up to my high spot up there. Because all this swamp down here is impassable once it gets wet. Like rain season, or like last summer, all summer. This summer, most of the second half of the summer, it's just, I can't go in there too much because I start rutting it up and then it just turns into mud. Once it freezes or the snow comes, I can go in and take all them dead spruce down. All them dead black spruce. We'll make firewood for this winter. Yeah, I don't have any firewood saved up for the winter, besides what's in the shed, which isn't much. The weeks or 2 worth of firewood. But I got so much dead spruce right in here that firewood's not a problem. And it's easier getting in the winter anyways, So yeah, this is the big old rotten spruce that's going in the swamp. The whole top is still laying here. The whole tree pretty much, besides the bottom rounds that I cut and got over there already. But oh, hey, here we go.